Okay, so it looks like we should go to the prison. And I think we'll have to go talk to Mr. Garrett up at some point or another.
Oh, yeah. He's got to explain that picture. And then lie to us.
Yeah, and then lie to us. Manchester's Strangeways prison announced the death of convicted murderer and burglar Selden. Selden. Hold on. Selden.
And I think what you're thinking of is he does look like one of the guys from the jury.
I thought I was onto something there for a second. Allotted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate, medical staff arrived to find him already dead before his capital punishment could be carried out. What's this now? What's all this then? It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shamspeare's room. Ah, so he knew, did he? Sorry? About this man. Selden. A convicted killer. And the evil spirit behind the curse that affects my lodgings. What? He's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another. A miserable, mustached, much-aligned Japanese man. Oh, much maligned.
Oh, so maybe he killed his son.
Mr. Natsu, if you know something, please, you must tell us! Tell us everything you can about this evil spirit! Alright then. The truth is, I didn't know the details myself until very recently. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now. At the time, he was hiding out in lodgings. At Mr. Garrodeb's house. What, he lived where you do now? That's right, yes. Exactly where I live now. In my very room. Oh my! Your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital offense? That's a sentence! Before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now. And that's when it started. The curse. What really is this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume? It's already caused one death. A few months after the criminal passed away in prison, a man died in the room. The man who rented it after Selden, in fact. The poor lodger. He was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside. Locked from the inside? Exactly like the case we're dealing with now. So that's Convict's curse, is it? Yes, well, that was the start of it. Do you have any idea how the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsume? Suffocation. Asphyxia. When they discovered the body. Whoa, I completely lost that one. Mr. Locum student Mr. Naruto Esquire. When they discovered the body, the room was full of gas. It was farting up a storm, as corpses tend to do. Toots? I only found that out after I'd signed the lease. God damn it! Mr. Gurdium came to tell me later I couldn't stop myself trembling. In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I probably would have been too scared to take the room. Come to think of it, that's probably why I didn't tell me beforehand. Landlord's lease, luckily legal. Lucky for Mr. Garrida, maybe, but not so lucky for poor Mr. Natsume. Now you believe this curse is affecting you? It is. I believe so. At first, I just felt as though I was being watched. All the time. And then you talked about having nightmares, didn't you? The dead are trying to take me with them. They come for me and try to suffocate me. Just when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up, and the room is as cold as ice! But why is your room so cold? London winters are too cold to bear without any heating on overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into bed at night, the pilot light always goes out and the room fills with gas. But that's terrible. That's exactly the same situation as what led to the previous occupant's death. And then there's what's happened to Mr. Shamspeare last night, when he was mysteriously poisoned. There's clearly more to that incident that can be explained by a curse, though. Whatever can be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Garridub's room? Maybe it's the fucking gas! Well, we better go talk to him about his gas leak. Right bully business it is for me, you know, getting out and about. Were you at the Old Bailey by any chance? Naturally, fate of my lodgings hanging in the balance and all that. Not a trial to miss. The fate of what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yes. You know what? Here, let's do this. Symptoms of gas poisoning. Headache, dizziness, weakness, upset stomach, vomiting, chest pain, and confusion. Check or replace your detector's battery when you change the time on your clocks each spring and fall. Well, can't do that anymore. Oh, God. Did they actually pass that? Yeah, they did. I fucking...
Oh, it's starting next year, so we have to move our clocks back this fall, then again in the spring, and that will be it. That's the last time we'll ever have to do that. I can't fucking believe that. It was unanimous.
What? To stop, daylight savings?
Okay. So it passed the Senate, but as of June 28th, it hasn't even come up in the House yet. And it has to pass the House to even go to Biden for him to sign it. So the fact that it's August and I don't have any update to that now... At the earliest it would take effect would be November of next year anyway, so like... What the fuck ever. I hate it. The fact that they're willing to do it, and they're unanimous! Like fucking all 100 senators were like, yeah, why not? Because if they don't have any fucking financial reasons not to do it, because they gotta back their lobbyists. If they don't have any reason not to do something, they're fucking quick about that shit. And it still is taking forever for them to come to a decision. So it's really fucking frustrating. Okay, anyway. The fate of what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yes.
Of course, the place has caused quite a stir around the capital on more than one occasion already. Is the old haunted lodgings or some such.
Ah, well, at least she knows.
Makes you wonder what the blazes is going on, don't you know?
Yes, I'm sure it does. In fact, thinking back to Mr. Natsume's other trial just 2 days ago, you were at the Old Bailey then as well, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened.
Stopped off at the prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business.
I see.
Let me adjust my muzzle. So, what brings you back to my haunted abode today, eh?
Well... that.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable character, eh? Yes, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellows of late. Thanks to that bally curse.
A convict's curse, you mean?
Heard the stories, have you? A rotten scoundrel was arrested here, then the next chap in the room goes and kills over. Then there was that woman who dropped dead just outside the on the street, not to mention the actor yesterday, and my next day. Well, can't help but get the collywobbles, can you?
When you say the woman who dropped dead outside on the street, do you mean Miss Green? The woman that your wife threw a knife at? Because Miss Green, who was stabbed by the knife, and Mr. Shamspear, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still.
Yes, well, so is that plastic convex curse, it seems. Personally, I'm butting into this conversation. I should be quite content with such lodgings. A bath, a toilet, a fireplace, a fascinating history. Why? It sounds like the lap of luxury.
I'm not so sure about that. Wait, when did you get here?
Well, there's no bath or toilet included, and no fireplace either.
But you do look out for your tenants, don't you?
Oh, I'm a landlord, my son. My son? My boy. My child.
By watching the rise and fall of flames in your gas lamps up here.
Yes, never hurts to keep an eye on things. I'm so very bored with the missus away. In any case, in case there are any mishaps or such like.
I think you've had your mishap already, sir. Ah ha ha! The misfortune and suffering of others is very laughable to me. That's not helpful, Mr. Sholmes. Heaven forgive me. The words just came to my lips.
What are you doing in my home? Some fishy fellow from the Far East and... Wait.
Okay. He is undeniably peculiar, however. Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away?
The blood wasn't even clean yet, and yeah, I got them moved in. That's right, I asked the estate agent to find someone, and he popped up the very same day. Never come across a chap so keen for a place with a background, as it were.
I don't think it was just the room's background he was keen on so much as the cheap rent, actually. So, how long has Mr. Shamspear been lodging under your roof?
That failed actor chap? Let me see. Oh, of course! Yes, it's been 3 months now. Quite sure of it.
Only 3 months. He's quite new here too, then. And what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Gerlob, if I might ask?
Well, it was that Selden scoundrel, as it happens.
Selden? The convict, you mean? Do Selden and Shamspear have some kind of connection, then?
That convict chap, Selden, passed away in the clink 3 months ago now, you see. Some malady or other.
He was killed by some woman's thighs?
No, malady, it means disease.
Oh, well, yeah, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time.
Well, it was only 3 days later that the tragedy...
Is that an actual word? It kind of sounds like it should be. It is! Okay, it's pronounced tragedian. Tragedian. It's an actor who specializes in tragic roles. Similar, and this is not me reading, this is just me contemplating. I saw that and immediately thought, oh, because like how we get the word comedian from comedy, and those were the two genres of plays back in the day. You got comedy and tragedy, and that was it. Eventually we got musical, and we can thank Ariana Grande for that.
Is it really Ariana Grande?
No, I was trying to make up something funny, but I was like, nothing I say is gonna be funny. But I just wanted to finish the bit.
Disney for that.
No. I don't know how old musicals are, but generally speaking, you could probably classify every like playwright, what is it called?
Play script.
That's not the word for it, but I'm gonna go with it. You can
No,
playwright's the one that makes the scripts. You can generally classify every play as either a comedy or a tragedy in some way or another. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. The tragedian it would be the opposite of a comedian. Even though nowadays comedian is a little different. Really?
Yes, I remember it quite distinctly.
'Tis small, this world we inhabit. Prithee, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shakespeare, do desire to take thy room on the middle floor, offered erewhile for rent.
Terribly sorry and whatnot, but it won't be possible. Already have a lodger on the middle floor. Ground floor rooms vacant though.
Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine will unto thee.
Those carols must be muffling your ears. The room on the middle floor is taken. It's ground floor or nothing.
So he wants to get rid of him so he can take the ground floor. That's what he wants.
Very well, we have an accord. Lord Shakespeare dance to celebrate.
And then he started dancing like a total fucking weirdo. From what I heard in court today, sounds like the chap was thieving gas. And he was 3 months in arrears with the rent too. Yes, the fellow was a bally player, alright.
He didn't pay his rent, he didn't pay his gas. Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garrett. We are most grateful. By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words.
I prefer money.
Give me my robe, put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me. What's happened to you? Are you a kitty cat? Are you a are you a kitty cat, and you must dance, dance, dance.